All right, everybody, now it's time to get into it. And the very first thing I want to talk about right now is Black Mirror, because Black Mirror is coming back for a 7th season. That was announced before for Netflix. We know that's happening, but also Netflix and Black Mirror is doing a spin-off series about the USS Callister. And of course, this was the first episode of season, I think it was season 5, and it came out, and it says playoff Star Trek. And honestly, it was like this guy who was working in a job. He's working a job, and he's doing like his computer game at the end of the day. He's trying to relax, and he goes in there. It's like in the Star Trek kind of world. But of course, they couldn't say it was Star Trek because, again, legalities, copyright, we know how that goes. They made the USS Callister, but it very much simulated what the original Star Trek, the OG Star Trek was. And this was up for a lot of awards. Honestly, it's a great episode. It is an amazing episode. This has been rumored since 2021 to come out, released December 29th, 2017, and it was season 4, actually. Season 4, it was actually starting. And it's coming, it's one of those things that I saw that and I'm like, this makes sense because this was something different. It was fun. It was playing on the campiness. And of course, Star Trek always hits home for people. Well, we love it. We're a little bit nerds here too. We love Star Trek. It actually won an Emmy as well for this episode. So like, why would you not do more? But they're doing a 3-episode miniseries right now. We might do more. We'll have to see how that goes. I guess that's one of those things to try it out. I really hope all the cast comes back because Jesse Plemons was great in there. Jimmy Simpson, friend of the fucking show. I'm gonna drink now. Jamie Simpson, I work for him on Westworld. He's a great human being, lovely man, very talented. Good for him coming back to Christine Malini and Michelle Cole too. But I hope they all come back, and I hope it's great. Honestly, it was a fun fucking episode of Black Mirror. I love that show so much, and I think that they have opportunity here to grow and make it their own Star Trek Black Mirror type thing. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, this guy's a chief technology officer, and he's like launching this game, and then all of a sudden it's like messing with his whole life. It was a cool concept. We could do more. I think it's awesome. Sabrina, you saw us before. What do you think about this? Is this a good idea? Because Black Mirror has for a long time been, original 1-episode arcs. That's it. We're done. We move on to the next. Very episodic, but this is a way they're taking that and they're branching off and making something different for Black Mirror. They did that Bandersquatch one where it was an interactive movie. That didn't do too well. Is this going to be like that? Or will this be something because they won an Emmy that people want to watch and they're going to be excited about, and it's do really well for Black Mirror and for Netflix?
I don't know. I kind of agree, with Racer X in the chat. Like everyone's copying Star Trek. There's like, I feel like, again, I know it's like a different take on it, but it's like, I don't know. I don't. And that wasn't even one of my, like, there were so many better episodes in my opinion of Black Mirror. Like I know it won an Emmy, but like, let's face it, all award shows are rigged anyway. So like, it's kind of annoying that like, they're going to jump off on this thing. Jesse Plemons is an extremely talented actor. Jimmy also very talented. So I think when you have such strong people behind it, like there's definitely a possibility to succeed. There's definitely a market for it. So I'm not saying it's not going to do well. It's just I just wish that people would do something more original and different, which I feel like a broken record. Also, I agree with Zach about the Twilight Zone. Jordan Peele definitely did drop the ball on that, and it is very reminiscent of that. Queen, Black Mirror is on. It's a Netflix, right? Netflix show.
Netflix, Mirror? Yeah. Netflix.
Yeah. There's 3 seasons.
No, they've done 6 seasons so far, Sabrina.
6?
The 7th.
Oh, I've only watched 3, so I guess I'm not a connoisseur of the Black Mirror.
You watched the last season 6.
Yeah, but I've only watched 3 total. So I probably I had maybe I watched 1, 3 and 6. I don't know. But some of them are really good, and some of them can't hold my attention. So it's hit or miss for me. I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this, to be perfectly honest.
I feel like they are grasping a little bit here, but then again, I think if they're going to do an episode or like a spin-off of one of theirs, I think this is a good idea compared to their other projects they have. Like, honestly, a lot of the other episodes are really like one and done, all technology based, all about how technology can mess with you and change the world and really fuck the world up and be a great thing, but also be a horrible thing. So I think this is kind of fun.
Do one off of that little doll thing, the one that Miley Cyrus was.
Oh, that was great.
Miley Cyrus
with
it was like Trent Reznor did the music and Miley Cyrus was in it, and it had that little like robot thing that like you
had like a hole. Was it had like a hole?
That to me, what seemed like the most interesting one that I saw.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a great episode too. I also like the one with Bryce Dallas Howard too. That was really good as well.
Yeah, that was interesting with the ratings. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing off social media, which is what happens every day. It kind of seems like the extreme version of where it can go. And that's what they do with that show all the time. And this, again, was about video games kind of in a way, but also Star Trek. And I think they're kind of pushing for that audience. So I think that's why I think they were hoping it to do well. GR, what do you think about this? Are you a fan of Black Mirror? Do you think this is, if you're not, do you think that when you have 6 seasons, you're doing spinoffs like this, is it just too much? Like, what do you feel about this movie or this series moving forward for Netflix and for Black Mirror?
I'm glad Sabrina appreciates it. I'm not a fan at all. I've never looked at it nor want to. Another Star Trek knockoff? Good Lord Almighty.
And that's a bad thing, though, because
I love Star
they've done
Trek.
well.
I was a Trekkie before most of you knew about it. But come on. 47 knockoffs?
But GR, they've done so well for people. Look at the Orville has done really well for Seth MacFarlane too. Do you think it's just something that they're trying? It's true. But this is different too in a lot of ways. Are they trying to be bandwagon GR, or do you think this is something that you're right? It's just still a gap. They're doing too fucking much.
Come on.
Yeah. Queen Miley Cyrus was
at least the other one was a comedy, or an attempted comedy.
Comedy, yeah.
This is just another knockoff wannabe.
And they try to do
Trek. Do Star Trek. Don't.
Yeah. Sup, Sean?
Come up with something stupid. Yeah. I like Sabrina says so often and so smartly.
Yeah.
How about original content?
I get that, but I think for Black Mirror, it's like the fear of what technology can do to the world, and they're playing off it being, again, you're being logged into a game, and all of a sudden it messes with your whole world. And I think that's what they're trying to play off more. But then again, I agree. It is bandwagon in a lot of ways. It's bandwagon. They know that Star Trek is a big thing right now, and they're just trying to play off that, I believe, as well. Jordan, you're a big Trekkie, man. You got the yellow shirt. You are Starfleet.
Everybody, grab your glass, Brian. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
And wait, hold on. Another request. Different person. One more time. Also, Sean had a really good point. I just
Chalice, Jordan. Chalice.
Chalice.
Sean, great point.
Yeah.
I have not seen your years and years, but I'd be happy to watch it if you think it's better than Black Mirror.
I think it will. I think they'll do 3 episodes and they'll do really well, and they'll just keep going and going and going. That's what I think.
Well said, Sean.
Yeah. Our resident comic book man himself, Mr. Sean Sutherland. Check him out on Wednesdays on Cruise Control. Yeah, I think it will do really well. But Jordan, as our resident Star Trek man of the hour, Mr. Yellow Shirt himself. Okay, you love Star Trek, right? You love Star Trek.
Yep.
You like the spin-offs, the reboots, the remakes, all the redos, all the things that start with a re, and Star Trek is for you. All right.
But that's not Star Trek.
Why didn't you wear your outfit today? Where's your fucking outfit?
He's got turtle power, that's why.
I got turtle power today. Well, I should have worn the blue shirt. I do have more than one. But
you have a blue shirt? Oh, man, you're letting us down, Jordan. You're letting us down.
I do.
But as a fan of Star Trek, are you mad that these things are happening constantly, that they keep trying to make other Star Trek projects like the Orville, now like this, and people are trying to copy Star Trek to get that energy and those fan base to go to it? Does that piss you off because you're a Trekkie, or do you think that is fine and you can share the Trekkiness with the whole world out there right now?
I mean, I think it's time. I think it's fine. It's not a total ripoff. I mean, it's called something else. It's basically an homage. It's not Star Trek. I don't think you're going to get Star Trek people to watch it. Now, being in chats in the community of Star Trek, I've seen a lot of more people are appreciative of the Orville just because of the fact that it was a comedy. It was like Seth MacFarlane's way of paying homage to Star Trek, like, because he was a big Trekkie. I mean, he even appeared. Seth MacFarlane appeared in a few episodes of Star Trek Enterprise. He was an engineer down in the Warp Core.
Was he really?
Yes, few episodes, first season.
That's fine. That's good. That's good. Some facts right there.
But I think it's fine. I've never seen Black Mirror. I haven't seen this. I mean, it doesn't really piss me off. I mean, like Racer X just said, Star Trek has become the prototype for science fiction, and it really has. I mean, it's ingrained in such mythology and what science fiction should be since the 60s that people are going to keep copying it. So, yeah, I'm fine with it. I haven't seen it. I probably won't watch it. I haven't really watched Black Mirror. I don't think I've seen one episode. But, you know, if they want to do that thing, if it was a good episode and people tuned in, that's fine. But I don't think you're not gaining any Trekkies over it.
Yeah. I don't either. I just think that, like, I was asking you because I know you do love it. I think that a lot of people don't care that they are doing this kind of thing. But honestly, it's a fun episode, and it does play off the fear of video games logging in and being hooked to a machine, which is what Black Mirror does all the time. I think you actually like the show, Jordan, because it plays off technology. One of my favorite episodes is like where you take pictures with your eyes, like you blink and take pictures, and so you're storing pictures the whole time you're actually living your life, storing pictures of your life in your mind. So stuff like that they do, and then how bad it can actually be, and how it can fuck you up and fuck up society. So this is one of those things too, where it's like Star Trek and it's blending two genres. And I think, Jordan, at the end of the day, people won't have a problem with it. But I kind of agree with Mr. Sean Sutherland in the chat that it will continue forward and they'll do more. Ron, have you watched Black Mirror before? Do you know this whole technology-based show? And I know you're not really a big Star Trek fan, but do you think, again, like you have a franchise, right? You worked on you probably worked on some spinoffs too, and some reboots or some redos in your time. Do they ever work? Is this good? Will this be fine? Do you think it's a good idea to take a show? It's pretty popular, but overall, like, you're already winning an Emmy for this. Are they going too far? So let's let it be that one episode and let that lie? Or is it okay to branch off and make a whole nother series and hope for the best?
My question for you, first of all, that's what I was looking something up. There was a series, a series from the UK, but in like 2008, 9, 10, and it was a black something. And I'm getting it confused with this.
It started off in the UK, Black Mirror, and then they did a bunch of seasons, and then it became the Netflix picked it up and they started over again. And then some of the episodes same show. And then they picked it up and they played some of the episodes. So when you actually watch it, the whole show shoots like in the UK. And so a lot of it, you'll see there are a lot of UK actors. It's fantastic. It's like, I love UK like shows in general. And so a lot of it actually has all UK actors, and you see these plots develop, and they have American actors. In the recent seasons, they've been bringing forward big actors from the United States, like Josh Hartnett was on last season. Jesse. I'm thinking about Jesse, his character from Breaking Bad. Aaron Paul was in it. They're bringing bigger actors in. Like
that episode either.
That was a weird ass episode, like Jesse Paul, Aaron Paul, and it was a space one, and they're sharing bodies. It was the weirdest fucking shit. But it's the same show. They're like stuck on a space station, and they have a way to send their brain to another body on Earth, and then the one body gets killed, and so now they're sharing the other person's body, but he's married, and now all of a sudden the guy who's going to his friend's body is trying to sleep with his wife. It gets convoluted as fuck, and it gets really crazy, and end up killing each other at the end. Spoiler alert. But
wow, it's like way to let everyone know what happened there.
You said spoiler alert after the spoiler alert.
By the way, everyone dies.
Yeah, well, not everybody, but anyways.
Spoiler alert.
Not everybody.
Only the two of them, so everyone dies.
Too late for that, Jordan.
But Ron, it's the same show. It's done really well. Do you think they can make a spinoff of this and it'll be fine?
Why not? I mean, there have been successful spinoffs.
Yeah, it's true. There've been a lot of successful spinoffs.
Yeah.
Do you think that Star Trek fans could be upset about this? It won an Emmy. It won an Emmy, though.
Of course, Star Trek fans are going to be upset about this. It's not Star Trek, so it's like, yeah, of course. No offense to anybody. Probably, but I think it's got some places that it can go, and it sounds very intriguing, especially since you clarified that, Brian. And I want to pick up some of those. I want to see some of those episodes that Netflix took over.
Dude, Ron, there's so many good episodes, and this is just the tip of the iceberg here, this one. So honestly, you go back in time, the earlier stuff is even better, but this one was season 4. We're coming into season 7, and I think they keep getting better and better and better as they have been developing the show and growing as a Netflix show, because Netflix has the fucking money to keep throwing at them. Right. And it's just interesting to me. I was shocked to see this. They've been trying to do it since 2021. I think it will do well. And I think I like that episode. I think it'll go well. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you want to see the USS Callister come back and fly for more than 3 more episodes? You're getting 3, at least 3, probably more. It's going to happen more. Let us know in the chat, because honestly, I'm excited to see what you think, especially our Star Trek fans out there. I know Jordan's not a red shirt guy yet, but he might be eventually. We might take him back a little bit. Who knows what's going to happen? But this is happening. And the thing is, it's, again, Black Mirror plays with futuristic technology and what it can do and the wrongs that can come from it.
Yo, player, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join, because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks, because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.